start as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here now, the first NFL carry for the LSU man. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone. Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Texans.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by...
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
All-Pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
21-0, our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Chiefs 21.
2nd and 11 now.
Nothing.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills.
Watson's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. Here's one play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd down, Williams. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 52 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Scarlett brought him down. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
This one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Strip that ball.
Mike 41. We got to wedge that up.
Oh, here we go.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
It's a loss.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This is caught. Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, nice move. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground.
Chris Jones is truly a force, and it doesn't matter what uniform he's going to have on. If he's on that side of the ball, you better double and triple team him. In 2018, the first player in NFL history to have a sack in 11 straight games. And while he didn't play all 16 in 2019, still had 9 sacks on the season and was an absolute beast during the playoffs.
Watson just beating the play clock. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Darren Fells.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed. Great.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost to football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down. Not giving up any points and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
He was brought down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
65, 65.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Edwards-Helaire.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Check 41. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Thompson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he stopped immediately there.
Edwards-Helaire.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 7. First down, Kansas City.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Nothing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Check the outs, check the outs.
Right back to him on first down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Texans defense stands tall. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. Really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Cunningham on the tackle.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Kaiser on the keeper.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Kaiser on the keeper.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Texans.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route,